I don't know exactly what this is a signal for, but it's a signal. And it's definitely weird looking, man. It's definitely weird looking. WeatherDAC says it's tentacles of stratocumulus clouds converging into a swirling eye. Man, the atmosphere seriously creates the coolest things. Philip Papin says it's the flying spaghetti monster of clouds. But I don't believe in spaghetti monsters, man. Things are definitely heating up and getting weird. I said things were going to get extra special and interesting. After the solar eclipse that happened on the 21st, we're 3 days after, and it looks like I'm correct. Things are definitely heating up. And so if I start showing images of beautiful young ladies, it's probably because I'm trying to tone down the doominess. Are you ready, player one? And I know Storm Chaser Nick is, because he puts out some of the best weather Twitter work out there. Put a smile on my face. Smiling is good. Oh. All right, so we are watching Comet C2020 F3 Neowise, and it is going to be an impressive one. Nostradamus has given us a signal that we may be able to see it in the sky, and it may actually be an event in July. So we will continue to track it, and lucky for us, it is now visible in the NASA LASCO SOHO 3. And so these are planets right there, right? I forget, it's like, and so this is definitely the size of a planet. That's when you combine the comet tail, the nucleus, the coma. Comets can get huge, dude, the size of stars. So yeah, we definitely expect an uptick in earthquakes, volcanoes, weird weather. It's just how it goes. And then coronal mass ejections. You know, I've been doing this for 7.7 years, and I started with Comet Elenin. I'm a bit of a comet expert. Asterisk? No one's really a comet expert. Okay, here we go. We had a 7.5 earthquake happen down in Mexico. You know, and then you're getting a whole lot of moisture action coming out of the Gulf, and things are just kind of strange all over, man. You know, and so we're definitely watching for hurricane and cyclone activity coming out of the Pacific side of Mexico in the next few days. And then for the first week of July, we'll be watching the Gulf like a hawk. The Saharan dust coming off of Africa is a major story, as it should be. This is one of the biggest dust explosion plumes I've ever seen at THORnews, and the pictures coming out of Jamaica and Puerto Rico have been pretty amazing. It should show up on the shores of the USA today or tomorrow. And so the sunrise, sunset, plus just pictures overall should be super cool and interesting. You can see it in the satellites. It's going to push up and then through here. I'll probably show you some pretty cool images of it. But also the fact that, you know, everything seems to be super extra epic in 2020. Let's factor that into all the weird weather. I still don't think we've seen the biggest earthquake or volcano eruption of the year, with all the planets on the same side, and then Saturn and Jupiter aligning in December. We've still got 6 more months of total wackiness ahead of us. We got quite a bit of severe weather on our plate. This is today, I believe. We're looking at possible severe weather in New Orleans. What is that? Metairie, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Mississippi. Tomorrow, we're looking at a whole lot of rain and a more north severe weather component for South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Moorhead, please, Aberdeen. All right. So, yeah, and that's a lot of rain. A lot of people are going to get rained on. And then the day after tomorrow will be severe weather moving across the Great Lakes and a whole lot of rain for a whole lot of people. And the severe weather would include Chicago, Illinois, where they drink pop, Detroit, Michigan, Milwaukee, which is a great place, Madison, I love you, Madison. My grandmother lived there, and I just love Wisconsin, and Michigan. And so that is a lot of severe weather. I'm going to do what I can this whole video not to make any more Moorhead jokes. Moorhead? Hey, they're just fun words to say when you put the two together. You know, like some words are more fun when you put them together or not. So we're looking at the red spots where you might get tornadoes, straight line winds, hail. Oh, hail. And so we've got some in the north and then some moving through New Mexico. And that offers, and it's part of Texas and the panhandle of Oklahoma, and that offers photographers excellent opportunities to make badass photos because New Mexico is a gorgeous, wide open state with super kick-ass plateaus and stuff. Man, one day I would like to get on my foxhole and get back to just traveling around. I love road trips. Yeah, so we're going to, 5 days after the eclipse, which will be the 26th, the weather should be kicking. And then we got another eclipse coming on the 4th and 5th of July. And then I think hurricane season will be started with a bang for the Atlantic and the Gulf. Yeah, I think we'll see a pretty big event before the year is over. You know what I'm talking about? So I just want to say, Astrophi Club, I love y'all. Y'all take great care of me, and I appreciate that. The fact that I get to do what I love, which is make videos, be funny, and bring people the real truth. Not any political BS. I feel like a lucky guy. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, and thank you. And so we can see a lot of moisture heading up into Texas and Louisiana. And there's a ton of moisture at the equatorial electrojet line. And a lot of that moisture is moving into Mexico and parts of Costa Rica. Okay. And then you're getting some dry spots around here. Okie dokie. Remember, for like June, most of the hurricanes come out of the Gulf. And then in August, July, it's half and half. But in August and September, this would be like a wave that could possibly be a hurricane. But for now, we don't really worry about the stuff coming off of Africa. I'm doing it and doing it and doing it well. I'm doing it and doing it and doing it well. And I'm going to put out a video after this one, letting people know that 6 of the last 10 GFS runs show a tropical storm or hurricane making landfall from Texas to Florida between July 6th and July 8th, all within our 5 days after an eclipse watch. And the GFS nailed crystal ball. But I always get people who are like, you're not allowed to talk about tropical storms and hurricanes outside of 10 days. And I'm like, hey, man, that's the beauty of being THORnews. I don't have to follow any of the dumb rules. With the heat records being totally shattered in Siberia and in like Boston and Nova Scotia, everybody really needs to be watching out for total volcano and earthquake variables in 2020. Like the weather deck videos of look at these fires like in the Siberia. Like you don't have a whole lot of people up there causing these fires. And they're all happening at the same time with the same smoke velocity. So, yeah, dude, these are strange days indeed. Definitely enjoy every moment you got. And thank you, Weather Dak, for being awesome. He's bringing us another view of plumes on plumes on plumes, like stacks on racks on stacks on racks. Did I do that right? Yeah, dude, so there's a lot of stuff happening right now. And it's no surprise that the billionaires are trying to convince us to be distracted from all the major stuff and improving things and working together when you've got so many earth signal signs in our faces, bro. I cannot express how much I appreciate all the cool people out there who are keeping hope alive amongst like waves of nihilism and real problems, you know? Anyone out there who can make anybody laugh anytime, thank you. And I definitely love Cranky Weather Guy and the whole Weather Twitter team. I adore y'all. Y'all are great. You do a great job. You work together as a team. Coming to New York City this afternoon, lower dew points. Everybody loves dew points, man. Some temporary relief is expected for the next 24 hours. That's what she said. Before the humidity returns this weekend. Good morning, bitches. Boundary moving east. Need a little heating of the day to commence. And storms possible. Noon. Onward from west to east in general outlined area. South thereof, marine stability. So who's cooler? Is it the dew point freaks or the snow weenies? Ring, ding, dong. Look at all these cool and kick-ass nerds talking up their IODs, their MJOs, their MCs, their AEWs, their CFSV2s, their VP200As. That is wonderful. But shit is going off the charts 3 weeks in advance, which would be around, July 14th. Eric's cool. Michael's cool. Antonio's cool. I got to learn more about Andy, I guess. If you take out the I, this suit says Farger. Okay, that was dumb. I don't want to trigger anybody. That's not what I want to do. Talking to you Canadians, assessing today's potential thunderstorm hit list. It was a tumultuous Tuesday. An EF0 tornado near Letelier, MB, Manitoba. As yet to be ranked tornado in Sturgeon Point, Ontario. Also wind damage in several locations across Quebec, including a microburst in the Saguenay area. It's brought to us by Chris Murphy. And I would like to go to Canada just to learn how to pronounce things properly. You know what I'm saying? And so Wednesday, Thursday forecast. Yeah, dude, you guys, a lot of this atmospheric instability is happening norther than usual, including the Siberian stuff. I mean, we can all agree that we really haven't been taking good care of Mother Nature or the waters, We just, I don't know, we just haven't. And we should clean up our act. Yeah, look at Anthony. Bringing that JMA plot. Tropical weather nerds talking about the Kelvin waves, the extratropical Rossby waves, an equatorward. So I just glad I get to be advecting mass equatorward. Yay. Eric Grow, sounds like a weed name. Super easy to see the plume over the open waters of the Atlantic Ocean. And Colonel Doug Hurley, I guess I was going to make a vomit joke in the space station, but it would probably not be funny. We flew over this Saharan dust plume today in the west central Atlantic. I was at first like, the dust plume's boring, and then I changed my mind. Yeah, it's hot in the New England area, and I say volcanoes, although most of them are actually in the ocean off New England, so they're called seamounts. Exactly how crazy is 2020? We had a plane crash into a city. That's just nuts, man. 2020 is definitely nuts on every single level. And so, it's been my position to ask everybody to play the best defense, stay focused, stay cool, all 2020. But people will be like, no defense. Ring, ding, dong. Slight risk for strong storms to severe storms Thursday night into early Friday morning in parts of southern Minnesota, where they drink pop and not soda. Weird. Mark Torello. Hey, Taylor. Talking about Dolly moving out to the open Atlantic. Yeah, it was a nothing burger, man. We are quiet in the Atlantic, thanks in part to the Saharan dust. The Pacific is rocking and rolling. All right, though. There are multiple disturbances with potential to develop in coming days. None of these will impact the Gulf of Mexico, but we'll have to watch out. I don't remember, every 100 years, California gets hit with a hurricane. Will that be this year? I don't know. Maybe. It is 2020. But, usually 2 weeks after this lights up, then the Gulf and Atlantic lights up. And people will sometimes be like, I'm unsubscribing. You said something I didn't like. And then I'm like, are you sure you want to do that, man? It's hurricane season. Ring, ding, dong. What the heck? I would say women are weird, but that might be offensive, and I don't want to offend anyone. Asterisk. Heads up, Galveston. I love you and I miss you, and I want to see you again in the future. This is what the radar looks like for your area. Keep track of the rain here, because it's rainy. The storm chaser, Nick, is really good at the quality control. Excessive heat slight. Man, I don't crave money or material possessions, but if I did, I would want an apartment in a high-rise complex, so you could look over the city and play your guitar up there. And when the storms came in, and it'd just be cool to sit on the balcony. And I'd like one of those Galveston houses on stilts. I don't know, it'd just be cool to be in a house on stilts. Or on Surfside, Texas, or whatever. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Is the Schumann resonance resonating with you? Love it or leave it, you better gain weight. Because Vanilla Ice, he just don't play. Brooks Garner, dust from the Saharan desert, will send purple haze all in my brain to Texas and Florida this week. But Colorado, top left square, oh, you call Colorado square, remains clear, with the exception of extreme southeast Colorado Friday. But yeah, dude, I think this is going to bring some pretty impressive photographs and people going, wow, this is dusty. I didn't think this was going to be that dusty. This could be a Category 3 dusty cane. Although, I mean, it's not going to bring major winds. It's just bringing dust, bro. And sorry last night for the people that got excited that I was going to do either a whiskey beer live fest. The energy was just too off. And I didn't want to say anything I would later regret. So I'll probably try and do it tonight. All right, great. And when people do say they're unsubscribing, a lot of them will be like, screw you, beer drinker. I never knew there were so many people out there who hated people who drink beer. Anyway, and I thought smoking was bad enough. Area of concern for tornadoes this morning. Guidance weekend sells over the next couple of hours. I'm just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm. Stephanie Abrams. Spectacular. And she's talking about Nick, who's always on a bender. Sunset thunderstorms rolling through Limon, Colorado yesterday. And that is beautiful. Very beautiful. Robert LaRoche, a heat salesman, and sales are high. About to get about as good as it gets the next 10 days before the 4th of July. They could really use some rain here along the coast. And yeah, the England, this area's in droughty conditions almost. So, weird days indeed. Warning, subsequent changed timeline may be worse than current one. And, we'll save the day either way. Okay. Super crazy fire in Houston this morning. So I'd put that out there. Fires are crazy. I mean, industrial engineer Irene Quijores in SUVI images we see a long filament. And yeah, we do. And it's long. And it's a filament. So everybody cut loose, foot loose, kick off your Sunday schools. Or Sunday shoes? I don't even know. Yeah, there used to be time when people thought dancing was a sin. If I mentioned that I love you and I love lightning, it's good to appreciate things. Well, I've been a bit Kathy chatty this morning, and I've enjoyed talking to you. And I hope one day we get to hang out in person. No, I'd guess that'd probably be closer to 2022, 2023. Unless you're one of my 11 crushes, then the door is always open for you. But, that's only one of my 11 crushes. Everybody else, no. I'm weird, you're weird, we're all weird. These are weird times indeed. Danny in the Red Garden reminding us that it's about to get romantic comedy with multiple comets, not only C2020 F3 Neowise, but we've got Comet U6 Lemon brightening in July. So it could get nutty. Be prepared mentally, physically, and spiritually. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Now we're talking, cat. Love always finds a way. Green to pink. In early June, a crater lake in west central India suddenly took on appearance of Pepto-Bismol. The exact reason why remains a mystery, but there are some theories. Oh, and supposedly, I'm supposed to start dating again in August? I don't know. Someone said the astrology said that. So, I don't know. I thought I'd bring that up now that we're talking about a pink lake. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Watch this. I mean, listen to this. Oh, yeah. Question is, which of my crushes has a crush on me? Sweet crepuscular rays, though, says Jet Weirding team member Ian Livingston. Jim Fry is always baked. That's not true. A bit of convection, northwest of Arlington. All right. Oh, beautiful bird. Yeah, I love birds. Birds are cool. All right, everybody have a great day. Enjoy life as much as you can because it's weird out there. All right. God bless everyone. I will be talking to y'all in the near future because that's what I do. I love being your planetary defense commander. Yeah, I think I do a super great job. No, I make mistakes. I give myself like a A minus, a A. Okay, great. Peace out.